Hi, I'm Bridget Gillermini, an Assistive Technology Specialist with Forbes AAC. Today, I want to share with you our core word language system, a grid page set developed by and only available through Forbes AAC and our Winslate communication devices. The core word language system is comprised of 3 distinct levels that correspond with vocabulary layouts and content derived from studies of individuals using AAC across the lifespan. Levels increase from words most frequently used by emergent communicators in Core Word 6 to more complex content, grammar tools, and rate enhancement features in Core Word 20 and 40. One of the features of the Core Word language system is a dynamic vocabulary layout that automatically changes as the user makes selections. Once a word has been selected, the layout updates to show only words that are likely to be used next. By offering these next word choices as a rate enhancement feature, the user does not have to navigate to that next word. We also have incorporated the Fitzgerald color coding system to help organize vocabulary for easy word location. Each core word vocabulary set includes a template to help with editing and customizing and being consistent with that color coding and layout system. First, let's take a look at Core Word 6. Core Word 6 is a 2x3 grid set with 6 selections per page. It's great for emergent communicators and those that require large button access. It only goes about 3 layers deep. Let me show you. So on our people page, you'll typically find on most pages a More button that will take you to 1 layer deep with that specific vocabulary. We have chat, let's play, I want, describing, more. Home will always get you back home. And if you also just want to navigate back one page, you're going to use that back button. Meant to be customized. And the thing that I want to show you here, 2 things, is notice that there's no message window.
Let's play.
So I'm going to get a lot of bang.
Toys. Bubbles.
So I want to play bubbles. We're going to blow the bubbles. Pop
Bubbles.
the bubbles. Go home.
Let's play.
And we've also incorporated interactive learning and look to learn right within the grid set. And while these page sets are available outside of the grid set, interactive learning, it's a part of grid. We want it to make it seamless and easier for the user to be able to navigate those. Look to Learn is a suite of software activities that are specifically designed to help eye gaze users understand and improve controlling a computer with their eyes. And that software program comes prepackaged on our Winslate for Kids communication devices. It's available on all of our loaner devices and can be a really powerful tool in helping a beginning user understand how to use their eyes to communicate. So if you feel like you're adding too much vocabulary to the Core Word 6, I would suggest looking at Core Word 20, as it offers more language. We don't want to be navigating too deep. So Core Word 20, you can see that we have more vocabulary. We still have our color coding system, but Core Word 20 is a 5x4 grid set. Here we've added a message window so the user can build their message. It also features predictive linking, meaning when a word is selected, the view changes to offer the user choices of the next likely word. So for example, if I click play, it's going to bring me to some play vocabulary.
Mr. Potato Head.
Go back home. And if I said I play, I'm going to go right back to what's likely going to be next.
Mr. Potato Head.
And we would call that a rate enhancement feature. I also have some unique selections under my chat button. I have an emergency button, which features phrases specific to an emergency situation. And then these 3 tabs, which are meant to be customized: my health needs, my allergies, and body parts. Under body and health, I have a modified pain scale, and again, phrases that are specific to body and health. And again, I have those 3 folders here. You can see we've also added a sensory support button. And if I go back one, additional vocabulary for describing. And here we've added now folders for feelings, colors, and shapes. Also under that chat button, I have question words and an About Me button. What's unique here, let's go to the schedules pages. We've added a template and a tool for you to be able to add a visual schedule to a user's communication device. And here's what that would look like. Here's a sample one. So first I come into the classroom, I hug mom next, and then I say bye-bye. And that's my routine and my visual schedule to support that routine. I'm going to go home. The Pages button here is also going to afford you some special controls. Here's where I'm going to have access to a keyboard, which is important for emergent literacy skills. I also have the extras and controls. Here's where I'm going to have those positioning aids and guides. I also have the addition now of environmental controls. Let's go back one. And I also have that button style template, which will help me be consistent if I add vocabulary and language for the next user. If I go to also to my pages here, and you can see now I have vocabulary organized by category. I also have a folder for little words and word parts. This is where I'm going to add that plural S and some word endings, some grammar markers. And then I also, let's jump to Core Word 40. So Core Word 40 is an 8x5 grid set that includes everything we saw in Core Word 20 with the additional following features. It has advanced predictive features, including a predictive keyboard. Your keyboard button is now right on the home page. And let's go ahead and do cookie.
Cookie.
And we're just going to have one there, which is super nice. And then I can also toggle to an ABC keyboard. Go back home, but that's available right off of the home page there. I also have, as I go, two different words. So help.
Help.
That predictive feature is still there. On most pages now, you'll see this word endings button and your little words, which help with building those phrases and sentences. If I go to my chat window, or my chat button, excuse me, we still have that emergency button. I now have the space to add a back button right within the grid page set. Lots of phrases and starter sentences here. I have my body and health, my questions. I now have an in-class button. And if we go and take a look at that one, you can say I have up to 6 folders to add class-specific information there. I also have vocabulary related to being in school. And if I click the people page, more people, I can add in my classmate or add in a folder specifically for school. I also have another folder here for classes, vocabulary related to specific classes I might have, chat in class, classroom items. So vocabulary organized by what page I'm on. Let's go back up to chat. I also have that About Me button with some additional features. So I have my body and health here. I also have my WinSlate, which is some operational controls and functions here. If I go into extras and controls, I have that positioning guide support and that button styles. In addition, we've added here a camera and pictures and a music player. So for your budding photographer and your avid music lover, we have some of those supports there. And then here we also have my schedules, and we haven't expanded. So we've got 2 additional spaces here to create that sequence or that visual support. Let's look at an example in school. That's a feature that I really like. I'm a big fan of visual support, so incorporating it in with my communication system seems really logical. Let's go back home. One of the other things I wanted to show you, I think it's really important to know where the Find a Word feature is here. Within Core Word and Grid, it's going to be this 3-button drop down on the left. I'm going to go to Find Word. I'm going to type my word in. Let's use cookie again. You have to click on the search icon. It is searching, and it will show me all of the paths. If there's more than one path, it'll show me all of them. You select a path and then select the Show Me button, and it will gray out everything else.
Eat.
Highlight the word or the button of the path you're supposed to select, and cookie.
Cookie.
Eat cookie. It supports all access methods, so it works great with direct select, switches, scanning, head mouse, and of course our Enable-Eyes iBar works really well with that. And that is all the time I have to show you the Core Word. We have more information available on our website. That would be www.forbesaac.com/Core Word. Please contact us if you have any additional questions.